Now, if you look at what's been happening yesterday, India's cancel culture appears to be getting out of hand again. Ranbir and Alia were blocked from entering a temple in Madhya Pradesh by the Bajrang Dal after remarks made by Ranbir Kapoor 11 years ago, where he said he enjoyed eating beef. Do goons get to decide who prays in temples? Does any of this in any way justify Twitter trends calling for the boycott of their new film, Brahmastra? That's what we are looking at this evening. Let's take a look at what the director of the film had to say.
Eventually, I had gone to seek blessings and energy for the film, and that blessing is for everybody. And I just didn't want to take Alia there, in her current condition as well. So I went alone, though I felt very bad, and honestly, when I went, I did feel that they could have also come and gotten their darshan. So that is on me.
Well, joining us now, Kanika Sadananch, the actor and lawyer, Nasir Abdullah, joins us, Mayank Tiwari, Debjani Bhattacharya, a political analyst close to the BJP, and Rahul Ishwar, the author and activist. Mayank, let me come to you first. Where does this all end? It just seems that now 3 consecutive films, big ones, well-known films, have been targeted. Amir Khan's film was the last one. Now this is cancel culture now something that Bollywood needs to be taking seriously, because there have been others who've said that this is just a passing phase.
See, the underlying politics of hate behind it is a very serious problem. That itself is a problem. But personally, as someone who works in films, I think that what the boycott narrative conveniently forgets is that it is the appetite for wholesome entertainment that drives people to films. So it's a little dicey, because the politics behind it is very wrong. The thinking behind it is very wrong. But I don't think it's going to impact as such on the films.
Okay.
Per se.
Debjani, how does anybody care, or why should anybody care what Ranbir had to say 11 years ago? And if he likes beef, so be it. Who is the Bajrang Dal to decide who gets to enter a temple?
What I would say is that, temple is not a secular place. It is a religious place. Okay. So people go there for
Of course
puja.
It's a religious place.
Sorry?
Of course it's a religious place, but who decides
Yes.
who can go there? The Bajrang Dal activists standing outside.
Yes, what I'm saying is this, that the people there, the devotees there, if the large number of devotees have support for Bajrang Dal, then Bajrang Dal would decide it. That is the point. That's how it has been decided.
The large number of devotees will support the Bajrang Dal, and so the Bajrang Dal is right. So ma'am, are you suggesting that, ma'am, Debjani, why don't you just say it out loud, that violence is okay, let's just bash up people, because that's the way, that's the India we want, right? Is that the India you want, Debjani?
Not violence, but prevention. What Bajrang Dal wanted, to prevent them from entering. And if Bajrang Dal gets the support of a large mass of devotees, then what you do?
Do you think the large mass of devotees...
That's not shocking.
Kanika Sadaran, would you like to respond to that? That apparently the Bajrang Dal speaks for others.
Yes, sir. Vishnuji, nice to be on your show.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what if she belongs to a party or if she's an Indian citizen, because this is shocking. Madam, there is a law and order that is supposed to be maintained in the country. If you get a large support for any कोई भी मुद्दे के लिए आपको large support मिलेगा, तो इसका मतलब वो मुद्दा गलत या सही हो जाएगा. मतलब there is no कोई कानून नहीं, कोई constitution नहीं, कोई protection of citizens नहीं. You don't believe in rights of citizens. I don't know which country you belong to, and I think which country you belong to is what this country is becoming soon, because I've seen that these Bajrang Dal people are obviously not there with permission, and they were protesting outside a temple, which is not supposed to be a site for protesting. Protesting is a right which is given to you by the constitution. Why? Madam, you have the right to protest in a designated place. कल आपकी बेटी जीन्स पहनेगी और आपके घर के बाहर बजरंग दल के सपोर्ट से लोग आ जाएंगे, तो आप उसको सही कहेंगे? You will say yes, it's right. They're right. No, she just said.
Rahul, half a second.
No.
I don't agree with this, madam. There's a constitution. There's a right to life, right to speech, freedom of expression, right to what I can eat, and right to
Can
pray.
Karika, half a
taken away
second,
all
let
these
Devjani
rights.
respond and then Rahul wants to come
Yes.
in. Go ahead, Devjani, quickly, yes?
Yes. Yes, so Bajrang Dal, what they were doing, they were peacefully protesting outside the temple. Why can't they protest outside the
Why
temple?
should anybody,
They were peacefully
what
protesting.
right does
They
the
were
Bajrang Dal
protesting outside.
have to
So you
stop a
have
couple
all the
from
right
going
to
into a
protest.
temple?
Vishnu
Does
Jain,
does the Bajrang Dal have the right to say you will enter and you will not?
does the
Aren't
Bajrang
our
Dal have
places
the
of
right to
worship,
protest or not?
aren't our places of
That's-
worship meant to be places
the Bajrang
where
Dal.
people who are devout can go in and pray? Why should somebody decide that? And the reason is ludicrous. He ate beef,
let-
he liked beef, therefore he cannot be
no,
permitted. Is this
if
a
you-
class
if you-
1 level discourse?
If
No,
you
let
don't
us put,
me
let them put
speak,
5
then I
cameras
will
in
have-
everybody's house
If you
and
don't,
see
if
who's
you don't
eating
let
beef.
me speak, I will
and
have to
who's-
leave the show.
Put
I
5
will have to
cameras
leave
now.
the show if you don't let me speak. No, no, no.
Please leave.
What
I
do
don't
you
think
have
you deserve to be on the
right
show
to
and talking like
protest
this
or
in a
not?
country which is supposed to be independent and secular. You don't have the right to speak like this. If you're talking like this, means you have
Vishnuji, let
absolutely
me point
bad
out
thinking.
What is the problem if I speak like this? Doesn't the Bajrang Dal have the right to protest? That is the question.
Not in
Nobody
any
has,
place.
nobody
Madam,
is
not
denying
in any
anybody the
place.
right to protest. But,
So what do you
but
get
to
with
deny,
this?
to
Permission.
attempt to deny a couple entry to a
Yes.
temple on the basis of remarks made 11 years ago on what he likes to eat.
See.
Are you justifying
No,
that?
after that, the police intervened on Bajrang Dal activists.
Yes, they did.
The
I don't
law
think
and
they had a
order-
choice.
Yeah, they did.
Anyway,
The law
Rahul
and
Ishwar
order
had a
took-
point to
the
make.
law and order intervened.
Vishnuji,
That is my
Vishnuji,
point. So see that.
let me articulate a much more nuanced point. One, I'm proud to be a Gorakshak. I'm in cow protection committees. I'm a Hindu right-wing activist. At the same point of time, we respect everybody's sentiments. People like Alia Bhatt or Ranbir Kapoor should be engaging with the audience. There is a huge sentiments regarding cow. Our father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, was a Gorakshak. He even bought his ashram in the name of the cows. Article 48 is in Indian constitution because there is a sentiment. Baba Sahib Ambedkar put it because there is a sentiment involved. We started our first war of independence in 1857 because of cow. So please respect that sentiment. Yes, they are great stars. Just like Amir Khan is engaging, even apologizing to the audience. I believe Bollywood celebrities should have a thick skin. They should engage. They should engage with the audience. Otherwise, it is always going to be an unhealthy relationship.
Vishnuji.
Nobody supports
Vishnuji.
violent protest. Nobody supports
All
any
right, one
heckling.
second. One
Vishnuji,
second. You got that
Vishnuji,
point?
please.
Sentiment involved.
I just want to
There is
respond to
sentiment
this, please.
involved.
Okay, Karika, go ahead. Karika?
Vishnuji, I want to ask the Bajrang Dal activists that 11 years back when he made this statement, why did they not protest? Why are they so opportunistic and they're protesting now and Brahmastra is releasing? 11 years they had amnesia. They forgot. They had no sentiments. What about Rahul ji? Why didn't he protest at that time? And what do you mean by thick skin? We are also human beings. And it was wrong of Amir Khan to apologize. Why should he apologize? And if you forced him to apologize. That is a sad state of affairs that has come to. Why should Ranbir Kapoor apologize for his choice of food? And he said it on a food show. He did not say, oh, maine meat khaya, main beef khata hu, isliye main mandir jaunga. It was not that. So he did not disrespect anybody's religious sentiments. He spoke about what his choices are.
Rahul, you want to
We
respond?
respect his choices, but yeah, just 1 second. You know, I'm great a voucher of Hindu-Muslim unity. It is just like if somebody is going to Holy Mecca and he's saying, I'm having pork and going to Holy Mecca, there is a sentiment
That is
issue
the
involved.
point.
Please remember,
That
there
is
is a
the point.
sentiments here and that sentiment
11
should be
साल
respected.
पहले
And we
राहुल
Hindus
जी
are very
11
touchy
साल
about
पहले
cow. Kunika ji, I respect your outrage, but at the same point of time,
No, but
it
why
is up
make
to
this
the
equation
celebrities
between
and
Hindus
staff
and
to
Muslims? Why is it always one faith
No, I'm
against
just-
the other?
No, no,
If
it
a
is never
person,
against- it is first other.
if
It's
a
always
person who
first other.
happens to be Hindu has eaten beef, do we condemn him for the rest of the life, prevent him from entering temples?
Nobody is
Do we
saying
need
so,
to be
Vishnu
that
ji.
extreme?
Please remember.
And-
Please remember in 1857 Hindu saints and Muslim fakirs came together in the name of cow and especially pork. You may remember the
That's
1857
राहुल जी
first war of
आप एक
independence.
काम कीजिए
So please
put
understand
spy
the cultural
cameras
subtext.
put spy cameras in people's houses and see who's eating beef and don't allow them because there
Kunika
are
ji, yes,
lots of Hindus who eat beef
Gotta stop
even in
everybody who's eating
Pashupatinath.
beef
You are
from entering a
outraging
temple.
Narayan, but there is
All
a
right, both of you
cultural
one
subtext.
second, both of you 1 second.
is a Jyotirling
What?
and
I'm
even in
losing my
Pashupatinath,
voice.
Nepal people eat
I'm
beef.
losing my voice. Just both of you half a second. Nasir Abdullah, I'm sorry you've been silent. You know, there's been another part of this which is very dangerous, where people are typecast on the social media, on Twitter, based on this entire thing. People are typecasting Ranbir in this particular case. He likes food. Apparently, he said that Peshawari cuisine was something that he liked, so therefore people are making insinuating remarks. Amir Khan in the previous case said, and I quote, "I feel sad also because a lot of people who are saying this in their hearts believe I am someone who doesn't like India." So again, if you are not with us, you are against us. And then nationalism is defined by a troll army on the internet. Isn't this part of the problem?
I'm not sure, but yes, I understand what you're saying, and that helps them to get the message across. What I'm saying is that there is this notion amongst the people who attack others from performing whatever religious duties they want to, into saying that these guys have offended, they've offended our gods. So the gods don't get offended. It's human beings who believe in their gods assume that our God is offended. So the truth of the matter is, the creator of the universe is not offended, really. He's not really interested, but we think God is like us, which is wrong, but it's okay if you want to fool around with that aspect. But I'm deeply actually disappointed that a man has gone with his newly wedded wife who's expecting a child to pay homage to the deity in the shrine, and then they get attacked. They are not allowed to go in, and then all kinds of things that they have offended our gods on the basis of one line said years ago. And there are so many people who eat beef, but there's so many beliefs. There's a gentleman I met in an auto rickshaw, the driver. He said that Kerala has all these floods and rains because they eat beef. So there are all kinds of notions going around and spreading around. Why it's happening, I don't understand.
Rahul,
but
shall we ban everybody in Kerala who is a Hindu and eaten beef? Shall we ban our fellow citizens in Goa? Shall we ban our citizens in the northeast who also like beef from entering temples?
No, I concede that Kerala has a lot of people who has a dietary diversity, including Goa and Northeast.
So should they be banned from
But the only humble submission to them is, cow is a very strong sentiment that for many thousand years.
So nobody is questioning that.
Yes, please understand and respect.
Rahul, nobody is questioning that.
I heard this in Bombay from an auto rickshaw driver.
But you use the right word, Rahul. You use the right word. The word is diversity. Some people like to eat beef, some people do not like to eat beef. Does that mean we just decide that it doesn't work for us, therefore we will shut out everybody else? No, you cannot enter a temple.
Let me be honest about it. Nobody can prevent anybody from coming to a temple.
Rahul Ishwar,
this is a touchy topic.
Rahul Ishwar many years ago during the Sabrimala episode,
Let me.
he had said that this God is a virgin.
Look, all of you,
God is a virgin.
Mayank is waiting for us.
Not allowing women to enter, which was very
One sec, sorry,
strange.
Mayank, you have to edge in over here. Go ahead, Mayank, with the point that you're making.
See, let's not make any mistakes. This is mob justice. This is how you police society. How are you going to tell a Hindu that he is the lesser of a Hindu? Everybody has a personal relationship with God. And who are you to decide? And who has given you that authority? Where is it written that certain people can decide this? If I bring 1,000 people who say that some people should not enter a temple, that does not mean that they can be stopped. This is highly unfortunate that we are actually debating this. It is very unfortunate that a gentleman is saying that there are sentiments.
Actually,
yes. Sentiments are there. My sentiment. My God.
There are people dying on the streets.
This is.
And they're not looking at that. They are catching these guys. Soft targets.
This is mob mentality. It is
outrageous. No, but Mayank, I must ask you,
film industry.
You know, when you write your next script for Bollywood or for Netflix or whatever it may be, are you now worried that I'm going to make this huge effort, I'm going to write for months if not years, put my blood and sweat into it, and then tomorrow somebody is going to say that you are some sort of an anti-national or an anti-Hindu and therefore shut it down, don't let it happen. So will you water down what you have to write because you have no choice?
See, I have not faced that choice, but yes, it is coming to that. It is coming to that. There is a lot of self-censorship that is taking place because people feel that these kind of outrageous comments will be made and they will be given space and there will actually be engagement on social media where there are bots and hundreds of bots, and this generates a different kind of employment. So it's all connected. But here, just see what are we doing. Like, I'm shocked actually. I'm shocked.
No, it is pretty shocking. Debjani,
Can I?
and then I'll come to you, Mr.
Can I make
Abdullah.
another point about the conspiracy
Yeah,
theory?
just half a second, Debjani. Do you not see that there are troll armies on Twitter who are triggering this outrage against Alia and Ranbir?
Now see, I don't know whether troll army or not, but people are really actually aggrieved and it is trending. People are
And
tweeting
who started the trend?
That's
After
fact.
11
That
years.
People are tweeting
What happened
against
for
it,
11
that's
years,
fact.
madam?
But what we should
It's
take it
organized.
from there
It's
is
organized.
It's
very well organized.
I'm not sure of that. I'm not sure of that.
It's not organized.
But madam, 11 years, after 11 years.
Take it, Article 48 is within
It
the
has to be
Constitution of
organized.
India.
There can be no
So,
other option.
Article 48 is a part of Indian life. So this directive is for all. Maybe many Hindus
Madam,
eat
there's an
beef,
Article
but
25
general-
also. Madam, there's
Let
an
me-
Article 25 also.
Vishnu,
Article
let me
19,
complete.
Article
Let me
21. Please
Let
talk
me
about
complete
them
first.
also.
Let me complete first. Let me complete first. What I mean to say is this, that even if there are many out of 120 crores of Hindus all over the globe, maybe there are many Hindus who eat beef, but that doesn't change the fact that collective self of Hindus reject beef eating. And this sentiment
nobody is
must be
saying that.
addressed.
But by the same token, Debjani,
this
nobody can
sentiment must
decide
be
who can
addressed.
enter a temple or not. Not those Bajrang Dal activists outside, nobody can. If a person wants to go to a temple and pray, it is their birthright. Not because the Bajrang Dal says, you made a remark 11 years
Actually,
ago
yes.
and you cannot enter.
Definitely.
Look, I'm running out of time on this.
Let
I
me-
mean, this is going to be one of those
I
endless
agree.
debates. But I think in our country,
Small
and the
point.
word that was used earlier
Small
on,
point about the
diversity,
conspiracy theory.
is where we really actually do need to actually focus our attention on. Let there be diversity in thought, let there be diversity in speech, let there be diversity in what we eat, and let there be diversity in faith. And if we don't respect that, then as a nation, we are perhaps suffering more than we know. I'd like to thank you all very much for being with us. Out of time on this program. From all of us here, good night.